Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is the halftime report for our small scale build in the month of February 2022, brought to us by our friends Sean at Scale Model Car Guy channel and Brian at BG's Model Workshop. The trash can is coming along pretty good. I'm not setting the world on fire, but for the at halftime here, we've got it on all four wheels. We did have to do a little body work up front, some of the major stuff, not just sanding and that. If you saw the last video, we had a small problem with the right front fender, and it had what looked like flash along the leading edge uh, where it meets the bumper. And it turns out that was not flash, that was just a lack of material. So the fender was sanded back. Um, the bumper was sanded a little bit. We took and marked it off with some lead, some pencil. I know how far I was sanding and how much material I was taking off, and got it into shape. It did put the nose back a shade, but just barely. Taking very little material off, just enough to clean it and get it to look half decent here. So the very edge of the hood in the right corner up here, it had to be sanded just a little bit, but it hasn't made a noticeable difference. And I was looking at the stripe, and it should be okay. So hopefully it's once the stripe goes, we'll figure it out once I cut the stripe. Before I put it in water, we'll size it up and see and make sure that's not going to be a problem. But other than that, a little bit of the top of the quarter panel I just started doing, but all the work that's done so far is under the chassis, engine, transmission, chassis, and that. So let's take it apart here. I've got it mocked up. We'll take it apart and take a look. Stay tuned. Alrighty, in the chassis, see we're all pretty much all finished up down here. Our red oxide finish. We've got our plugs in the floor pan, the springs, the rear axle. I did see that depending on, let me move in here a little bit, depending on where the car was built, some of the rear axle finishes were different. Where they had the axle tubes were raw steel, some of them were all black, painted black. So we went with the all black, silver or aluminum, flat aluminum on that diff cover, flat steel on our springs, and then the shackles, the brackets are black. That fuel tank is flat steel. We got our straps done up. Then the exhaust, man, it's shaking all over. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. The exhaust, and that's supposed to be like that chrome finish, but it just looks like in this case, a shiny aluminized pipe. The muffler, we mixed up a little flat steel and flat aluminum to come up with a little different shade for the muffler. The tailpipes, if you remember, we drilled those out with the pin vise. That's it. So we got a little bit of factory markings on here. That was the number 3. What it means, I don't know. I've seen a lot of them with that on the bottom of the diff. The part number, I don't know if that's actually part number on that either. I'd have to go back and look. There's part number, and then there's also on rear axles that goes here. And then, of course, on the drive shaft, when they are spun balanced, they are marked. Engine and transmission we've got done there. In the car, exhaust is all hooked up. The subframe was painted in, and all our front suspension done. It looks pretty good. The wheels being on it, it sets good. That's where I like it. It's not real low, and it doesn't sit super high like a 4x4. So let's flip her over here. See the top side of the motor. Accessories are all on. Alternator. Got the carburetor done on that little carb. It's a green gold. It's called carb green gold from model car. Royal MCW paint. And subframe up top. All the control arms and that blacked out. So we are all set with the chassis. I don't believe there's anything else that's going to be done on the chassis. So we'll do the wheels. Then we're going to start in on body work, get it ready for paint, and see if I got this blue right. Lucerne blue that's going to match the stripe. We'll see how that works out. And then interior, either will be in a blue to go with the blue striped white car. That's very popular with a blue interior, or black, just depending on what the blue I have for the interior looks like. If it's way off, we'll just black, go with a standard black for the interior. If it's pretty close, it doesn't have to be exact, but if it's pretty close, it looks cool, I'm going to use blue. Blue will go in there and we won't lose a lot of our detail in such a small car with a color other than black, So that's about where we sit, guys. Like I said, happy Valentine's Day. You can let your loved one know it's okay to love you in 25th scale, but don't love them in 25th scale. It doesn't work out real good. I'm not going to tell you how I know, I'm telling you. Alright, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We'll get you brought up with what we're doing next time. We'll probably give well, it depends on how much we do. I like to do these every week. So we should have one more and then a finished one. But we'll see how much trouble I can do if I can toss the body around with, wet paint on it, or I don't know, step on the interior tub or something. Okie doke, guys. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks again.